We have to do. Sorry.
You forgot your
Yeah.
So why do you need to have home?
Because Amar Prabhu is not at home, so it will take time for them to come.
I have to leave 6:30 start.
No.
So our class,
From previously 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I ended up almost 1 hour, 1.5 hour you're late. So I'm going to compensate today.
hey, bro. We're not doing that. So 6:30 start.
Okay, let's start. Text 9. Om Agyanti Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunditam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pratani Nirvani Patade Yachari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We should have one more book for him. No.
He has one right here.
No. Should I bring? Where you got it from? Oh, cupboard down.
I need a notebook.
Notebook, man. The book for him.
Oh.
Like your.
Or
Can someone tell?
Where is NOI? NOI is NOI in the front?
I'll ask you in the cupboard.
Okay, I'll get. I already did the translation.
Hare Krishna, are you going to?
Hare Krishna.
We missed your association yesterday.
I'm so sorry, bro. I got a recruiter call which went on for a very long time.
Oh.
So I'm so. I was in so much hurry that I wrote just call. I did I couldn't complete my statement in WhatsApp. So I'm so sorry about that.
Any progress in that?
It was just about like now today as of now nothing, no progress. But then it was just a recruiter call wherein they were getting to know me more.
Yeah, no, that's important.
Yeah. So sorry.
Okay, so we are discussing today verse number 9. So you can repeat after me. Do you have book Ajit Guru with you?
Prabhu.
Yeah, so we are today trying to have our own books.
Okay.
Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsavad.
Vaikuntaraja Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsvada.
There must be some meter to it. I'll just try it. Brahma Samhita ka karte rehte hain. Chintamani ka karte. Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsavad.
Vaikuntata Janitovara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsvada.
Vrindaranyamudara Paniramana Tatrapi Govardhana.
Vrindaranyamudara Paniramana Tatrapi Govardhana.
Radha Kundamihapi Gokulapate Premamrita Plavanat.
Radha Kundamihapi Gokulapate Premartha Paravanta.
Kuryatasya virajato giritate sevam viveki naka.
Kuryadasya virajato giritate sevam viveki naka.
Yeah. So we'll read the translation. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Ras Lila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, and for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kund stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? So, just to give you some kind of understanding of Srila Prabhupada's mood, before we begin this, just give me a second. No. Wait.
We probably have a version of it online, like a PDF.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, I think I'll just narrate the story. I'm not, I think maybe a little difficult. So sorry somehow. Okay, I will tell you the story. So what happened? There was one lady disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Forgot her name also. Anyway, so she was doing book distribution all throughout her life. And one point of time, she met somebody from Vrindavan, some Babaji, and she was told that you should stay at Radhakund. Because in scriptures, Radhakund is glorified like anything. So, and then he told that you should meditate on Radhakund and things like that, some kind of more practices like that. And she got a little kind of what do you say? Having that spiritual temptation. Okay, yeah, maybe this will help me to attain my Swarupa and things like that. So then she kind of started, doing some extra practice, and so I was staying in Radhakund and things like that was going on. So then she says that one day she got a dream, and the dream Srila Prabhupada came. And what he did, Prabhupada was so angry with her. Prabhupada said, "Come here." And Prabhupada caught her hand and took her to the Radhakund. And he did not stop there. She took her to Radhakund inside. And she took her, he took her inside the Radhakund, and she was also going in the water. And he went right at the center of Radhakund. And after taking there, she was, then Prabhupada, she got a vision that there's so many souls, there's so many souls, and they're all crying, and they're desperate, helpless, suffering. And there Srila Prabhupada books are there, and Srila Prabhupada books are going to one person hand, like getting distributed, and that person, his suffering is getting relieved, and he's like transcending to Goloka, something like that. So she got that vision. So Prabhupada took her, and there she got the vision that Prabhupada books are getting in the hand of those people, and they're getting freed from the misery, and they're going ascending to Goloka. Later she got vision, and then she got up, and then she thought, what is this? And then she understood, actually, this Prabhupada is so upset because I left my service of book distribution, and I got carried away with this Babaji, and I started staying in Radhakund. And then, and Prabhupada, it seems, told in the this thing that distributing my books is actually what is you'll actually get that sense of Radhakund, something like that. So maybe I'll find out exact as I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. I'll try to do that. So you can read it on your own. So she's a proper disciple. She share her realization like that. So the point is that we are discussing a very elevated subject matter, but it has to be understood in the right mood, because it is not to tell that the place of service what our spiritual master has given, or the temples where we are dedicating our life to serve the acharyas and guru. So one shouldn't think that it is something less than residing in Radhakund, and he is thinking, okay, and I think going to Radhakund is superior to this. Of course, yes, Radhakund is powerful. It's a holy place, but Radhakund also manifests for those souls, like yesterday I was talking about, the spiritual world manifests to those souls who are serving the lotus feet of their spiritual master, like Bhakti Maharaj wanting to leave his body in Gitanagari in this continent. Same way, Bhakti Maharaj wanted to die in battlefield and came to the west from India. Prabhupada left Vrindavan and came to west, taking all risk. So actually, if we are, the spirit of Vrindavan is the spirit of sacrifice, the spirit of serving our spiritual master, the mood of serving. So when that sacrifice is there, when that mood is there, so we are actually not separated from these holy places, because the holy places are not restricted to some space. We should not think like it is one of the offense to think that dham is within some jurisdiction. It's one of the dham aprat. If you think that dham is within this square miles or square kilometers, whatever like that, this is not a very proper mentality, because dham is beyond this time and space, beyond this space. So when somebody is in the dham, that is also Bhama Vrindavan, that is also dham. I mean, there is full potency there because Krishna has been performing pastimes and everything. But at the same time, the dham also can manifest for those sincere souls who are serving and dedicating their life to the mission of the Lord. Just like Prabhupada came to West. So wherever Prabhupada went, so many holy places came, so many temples, New Vrindavan, New Jagannath Puri, so many holy places are manifesting. That is because of their sincere service to the spiritual master. Right? So I'll read the purport now. The spiritual world is 3/4 of the total creation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the most exalted region. So anyway, just quick quiz. What are the hierarchy told? So higher than higher like this. So it starts from
Material.
Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha.
Yeah. So
Vaikuntha, then Mathura, then Vrindavan.
Yeah, 12 forests of Vrindavan.
Yeah. And then Govardhan Hill. And
Yes,
then
in that because and why? Because Krishna's Rasila pastime. Superior to forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, and above Govardhan Hill.
Radhakund.
Yes, in that Radhakund is so Radhakund is the topmost, the supreme, like that. And we situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill. Okay, so we'll read that purport. The spiritual world is 3/4 of the total creation of Supreme Personality Godhead, and the most exalted region. So the material world is 1/4, and the spiritual world is 3/4. The spiritual world is naturally superior to the material world. However, Mathura and adjoining areas, although appearing in the material world, are considered superior to the spiritual world. So spiritual world is naturally superior to the material world. However, Mathura and the adjoining areas, although appearing in the material world, are considered superior to the spiritual world because the Supreme Personality Godhead himself appeared at Mathura. So this holy places where we go to Mathura, Vrindavan. So we should not think the part of material world, it's part of spiritual world. So there's another thing, like when we go to Vrindavan and Mathura, we may think, no, but still I find there are gutter, there is pigs lying, they're roaming around. So how do I understand the spiritual world? So what scripture explain, they say that it's actually a spiritual world. But what happens is when we don't have that kind of surrender, then we are not taking shelter of the pure Vaishnavas, our spiritual master and Acharya, then we are not having that mood of surrender. Then what happens? Even though it's a spiritual world, then there is a thin layer of covering of Maya, which doesn't allow us to perceive that as a spiritual world. So that's why when devotee would say, Nam reveals the Dham. So it says that when you come to holy place, take shelter of the holy name. And especially it is mentioned that one should take shelter of spiritual master. So when you go to holy place, we shouldn't just go to holy place for the sake of just, okay, I'm just going and I'm going to go to Vrindavan. I've got ticket. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, just by purchasing ticket, you cannot go to Vrindavan. That's not the way you can get. The way to go to Vrindavan is you take shelter of a pure devotee. So on the order of a pure devotee, and by his blessings, we can go to holy places and we render service. We render service there to the master. And that's how the holy place will manifest to us. And then we can have more and more realization of that holy place. Just like deity also. The degree you have that mood to serve, to that degree, the deity is Krishna, not different Krishna. The deity will manifest himself to you more and more. The degree we have that service attitude also. So it's the same way here. So can you give me the charger? There, charger. Yeah. अरे निकाल दिया It's slow. It's hard. Then he says that the interior forests of Vrindavan are considered superior to Mathura because of the presence of the 12 forests, Dwadashvana, such as Talvan, Madhuvan, Bahulavan, which are famous for the various pastimes of the Lord. But superior to this forest is the divine golden hill, because Krishna lifted it like an umbrella, raising it with his beautiful lotus-like hand to protect his associates, the denizens of Vraja, from the torrential rains sent by angry Indra, king of the demigods. It is also at Golden Hill that Krishna tended the cows with his cowherd friends, and there are also he had his rendezvous with his most beloved Sri Radha and engaged in loving pastimes with her. So Govardhan Lila is very special. Why? Because when Krishna would go to herd the cows in the daytime, then who would feel separation from Krishna? Gopis. And when Krishna would be night, he would just be with the gopis. And Krishna, apparently Krishna is sleeping, and then, but in the night he would just, dance with gopis. So all the all the cowherd boys, his all friends would feel separation because Krishna is not available to them. Correct, no? When daytime only Krishna is with them. Correct. So Govardhan Lila is a pastime where all the devotees, all the time they were with Krishna. And in that Govardhan Lila, Krishna reciprocated with all the 5 rasas, like Shantaras, Sakhiras, Dasaras, Vatsaras, Madhuraras, all the rasas simultaneously were exchanged by Krishna. So it's a very special pastime. And so it is said that Krishna was very angry, more angry with Brahmaji when he had Brahma in Mohan Lila, because he separated his associates from Krishna. Whatever, both were having mistake, but in case of Govardhan Lila, though Indra was trying to attack Krishna, it is much more severe. But that actually what actually did, it made the arrangement for the Lord to have very intimate loving pastime with all the devotees. So that was like internally Lord was like relishing that. But in case of Brahma Mohan Lila, actually apparently what happened that Krishna was separated from his cowherd boy because he stole it. That of course there's another wonderful exchange of Krishna, because expanded into so many cowherd boys and calves, and then everybody got to have personal, intimate, loving exchange with Krishna as their sons. So that was another beautiful pastime. But Govardhan Lila, all the devotees are together, and they're having wonderful pastimes under the Govardhan hill, and for continuous 7 days and nights. So it was very amazing. So it was like so it. Because that kind of aspiration they would always have, why we have to, feel that separation from Krishna. In fact, gopis would condemn, they would criticize Lord Brahma. Why my eyelids are made? Because I have to, when I, blink my eyes, then I can't have darshan of Krishna. I have to blink my eyes. So to think of it, then the gopis have to so much feel separation in the daytime. So now Krishna made arrangement by which all the devotees were continuously there with Lord. So it's very, 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 very auspicious place, Govardhan. And it's very dear to Srimati Radharani. Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj explains very beautifully about how Govardhan appeared. So like that. So it is the most dear place of Radharani, because this is a place where Krishna performs all his pastimes, covered with covered boys, with gopis. So it's a beautiful place. So it's called, Govardhan is also called Haridas Varya. So Govardhan is Lord, at the same time he is one of the greatest devotee, both. He does Varya also, and he is not different from Krishna also, both ways. So he's one of the greatest devotee as well as Lord, both. So anyway, Shri Radha, and Radha Kund at the foot of Govardhan is superior to all, because it is there that love of Krishna overflows. So Radha Kund is the overflow of love of Krishna, and Shyam Kund is the overflow of love of Srimati Radharani for Krishna. So advanced devotees prefer to reside at Radha Kund because this place is a site of many memories of the eternal loving affairs between Krishna and Radharani, Rati Vilas. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 18, it is stated that when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first visited the area of Vrajbhumi, he could not at first find the location of Radha Kunda. This was because the holy place, all the holy places kind of got lost, because the geographical situations may keep like a little bit changing. It was kind of lost. Though holy place is eternally there, but externally it gets kind of covered. So this means that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually searching for the exact location of Radhakund. Finally, he found the holy spot, and there was a small pond there. He took his bath in that small pond and told his devotees that actual Radhakund was situated there. Later, the pond was excavated by Lord Chaitanya's devotees, headed first by the six Goswamis and such as Rupa and Jagannath Das. Presently, there is a glass lake known as Radhakund there. Srila Rupa Goswami has given much stress to Radhakund because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire to find it. Who then would give up Radhakund and try to reside elsewhere? No person with transcendental intelligence would do so. The importance of Radhakund, however, cannot be realized by other Vaishnava Sampradayas, nor can persons uninterested in the devotional service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understand the spiritual importance and divine nature of Radhakund. Thus, Radhakund is mainly worshipped by Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, once there was a pastime and Srila Prabhupada disciples, they went to bathe in Radhakund and they were kind of sporting. The Prabhupada did not like it. Prabhupada said, it's a liquid mercy of Radharani. So, Radharani's embodiment in Radhakund. So, one should not just be playful. Prabhupada was like kind of a little strict, heavy there. So that's why some devotees don't take baths. I know many devotees, they don't enter in Radhakund and take baths. So Prabhupada did not like some devotees say it was in that context because devotees were like playful. That time Prabhupada said Prabhupada kind of became heavy. But it's not like Prabhupada is saying that one cannot take baths. One can take so there are some devotees who do take baths. I have not because the seniors with whom I was like so they have that mood, so I did not. Anyone of you have taken bath in Radhakund? Ajin, yeah? You have gone inside?
Yeah, small bit.
Really? Ajin, you have gone? You have taken bath, dip in Radhakund? Are you there, Prabhu? Ajit Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So Radhakund is mainly worshipped by Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Like that. So this is a very high-fi thing, as we were discussing yesterday also. This chapter is actually about which one? It's about Bhava and Prem, 9 to 11. We're discussing about Bhava and Prem. So this is so Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. That's what this chapter is talking. Yeah, so Bhava Bhakti is before Prema. So when Bhava Bhakti becomes more mature, then we will explain. So this verse is talking about among the places, Bhajan is Thali, which is the highest. Among the highest, which is the highest among the Bhajan is Thali. So some of the thing material. So what is question? So what is the material world is how much portion? Although entire creation, 1/4. And spiritual world is
3/4.
Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha. Why Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha?
Because that's where Krishna was born.
Krishna was born, right? And then forest of Vrindavan is superior to
Mathura.
Mathura. Why?
Because Krishna is Vasudeva.
That's their pastimes. And Govardhan Hill is superior to forest of Vrindavan. Why?
Because Krishna intimate pastimes out of the body.
Yeah, because it was the site of his various loving pastimes, and it was also raised by the divine head of Sri Krishna. And super excellent Sri Radhakund is nothing but overflow of ambrosial nectar prema of the Lord of Gokul. So that's what it says. So as I clarified before also, the mood is not. We should not like to read this verse and leave Boston and go to Radhakund. That's not the call for action. The point is that see this what this is talking about the glory of the Radhakund. Now, how to get the Radhakund? Do you get Radhakund by going to physically to Radhakund? Do you get access it?
Yeah.
Actually, because
Oh,
Bhakti,
actually,
because Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur said, you know what he said? He said this Radha Kund has become Naraka Kund. Not criticizing Radha Kund, but why he said? Because there are many people who were not sincere. They were residing at Radha Kund, and they had desire. You know what? They wanted to have some cheap popularity of that I am a great sage because I am residing at Radha Kund, and then they were indulging in some kind of nonsense, illicit affair with women, smoking, bidi, and all that stuff. So they were doing that, and they were having Babaji wish. And another thing also. He said that sometimes in Radha Kund you find some Babajis, and they want to marry some Rajasthani, girl, young girl, because many Rajasthani people, and Gujarati people, they come there for Vrindavan. Like they have a lot of devotion for Krishna, so they come, and these people want to get married with them. So then they will pose themselves a very great, Radha Kund Babaji, Krishna Bhakta Radha Kund Babaji, and then the whole show is just to, and then they'll come in data set, they will say that, Babaji, please, isko Ashirwad dijiye, and then he will give Ashirwad, and then he will propose, and they will say, oh, he is such great, Babaji is getting married, and then they will foolishly get married also sometimes. Like that. So this is how sometimes they will do that. So this, he would say that it's like cheaters and cheated. And another thing is that they also, so this the other part of the story is that sometimes these families also come with that intention. If some great soul can get married, some great Babaji can get married. So they purposely bring the daughter also and say, just thoda sa, go and Babaji ka Ashirwad lo, unko seva kar do, something like that. So they are also thinking like that. And this fellow is thinking to translate. So Bhakti Siddhanta said that like cheaters and cheated. Both of them want to cheat each other and they get cheated. The cheaters and cheated. Right? Basically, both are cheated. They are trying to cheat him, and he is trying to cheat her. You understand that family. So this is what's happening. So Radha Kund has got that kind of situations. That's why when we go to Vrindavan, so we always go to Vrindavan with the devotee association. We don't try to just go and access Krishna. You don't. Prabhupada said, I'll show you a nice place. You will get very nice understanding what I'm saying.
So all those 5, 6 rasas are explained in Govardhan Hill.
Yeah.
At same time, and what is like why Radha Kund is superior to Govardhan?
Yeah, so it is a lotus. It is at foothill of Govardhan. It's a part of Govardhan Hill. First of all, second thing is there very intimate pastimes of Radha Krishna go on, and this is considered to be, directly Radha Rani only, not different from Radha Rani. So. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, desired, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to have that Radha Kund. So I will show you a nice. Ajit Prabhu, are you there, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, bro, I'm there. When you called me before, my laptop was giving me a lot of lag. So even when I was turning on, the mic gave me a lot of troubles. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm showing you one nice verse, which proper statement you can see. So it's very good. So that way we understand the mood of Prabhupada. Because this verse should increase our respect for these holy places. At the same time, we have to know how to access these holy places. The way to access the holy places is not to just go. There's one disciple of Prabhupada. He wanted to go to Radha Kund and chant unlimited rounds. You know this person? He wanted to chant like Haridas Thakur, 192 rounds. And Prabhupada said no. But then he told the devotees, actually Prabhupada internally wanted me to do it. But because you all are neophytes, so you won't understand. So that's why he doesn't not saying externally. Something like that he said. And he went there. And he was chanting so many rounds, staying at Radha Kund. And after some time, devotees found him that he's not there.
Yeah.
They found him at petrol pump. They said, what are you doing at petrol pump? He said, I have already chanted so many rounds. So my quota is over. He said like that. So just by going to Radha Kund, you won't get Krishna. Because it's like, you go to the shopping mall and you have no money, you have no authority. Can you get commodities there? You cannot. You understand? You have to have proper, ID.
It's like a VIP.
Yeah, you have to have pass, and then you can access it, right? And even if you don't go to shopping mall, if you are so, dear to the shopping mall owner and you have done that kind of service to them, they will send their commodity to your home. Shopping mall will manifest at your place. Of course, the material thing cannot manifest like this, but Radha Kund is spiritual, so it can, so you get the mercy of Radha Kund. So anyway, I'll just read this. So what it says, can you read this, Prabhu? You can read from here. 1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah, one becomes from here. You can read. One becomes.
When one becomes serious to follow the mission of the spiritual master, his resolution is tantamount to seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As explained before, this means meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the instructions of the spiritual master. This is technically called Vani Seva. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur states in Bhagavad Gita commentary on the verse beginning Vyasasmati ka buddhir ekaya Guru Nandana, Bhagavad Gita 12.4, that one should serve the words of the spiritual master. The disciple must stick to whatever the spiritual master's order is. Simply by following on that line, one sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So way to see the Supreme Lord is? What is the way to see the Supreme Lord?
By following the spiritual orders of the spiritual master.
Vani Seva. So when you're saying, when you have taken resolution to serve, to follow the mission of the spiritual master, that is tantamount to seeing the Supreme Lord face to face. That's what he's saying. And that's what Prabhupada did also. Correct? No? And see, he goes on further. You see what he says now. Read this again, Prabhu, in conclusion. Or you can read.
In conclusion, if a disciple is very serious to execute the mission of spiritual master, he immediately associates with the Supreme Personality of Godhead by Vani or Vaku. This is the only secret of success in seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Now hear this statement. It's very powerful. Hear this.
Instead of being eager to see the Lord in some bush of Vrindavana, while at the same time engaging in sense gratification, if one instead sticks to the principle of following the words of spiritual master, he will see the Supreme Lord without difficulty.
Just going to the bush of Vrindavan, just by going to Radha Kund, you will not see Radha Rani and Krishna. No, that verse is there, no? Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira, Hari Hari bolite nayane babe nira, Ar kabe nitai chande karuna hoibe, Samsara basana mora kabe tuchha habe. When will I get the mercy of Nityananda? When my attraction for this worldly enjoyment will go away. Samsara basana mora kabe tuchha, when it becomes insignificant. And then he says, Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha habe mana kabe ha maheribo Shri Vrindavan. They say Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha habe mana. When will I give up all these kinds of attachment to sense gratification? No, kabe hame heribo kabe hame heribo Shri Vrindavan. When you actually give up this sense gratification desires, then you are able to access Vrindavan. Vrindavan is not this, you go Vrindavan and then you get all things. No, it doesn't work like that. You'll surely get some purification, but it's not that way. The way is to take shelter of the spiritual master, take shelter of the instruction of the spiritual master. So you may be in Boston, staying in 4th floor, 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 1st floor, whatever floor. But if you're serving the mission of the spiritual master, then you're actually getting the mercy of Vrindavan. You're getting mercy of Radha Kund. So Radha Kund and Vrindavan, they're non-different from the Lord. So you will have their presence right when you're in Boston or wherever you go. They'll manifest there like that. So these dhams are not limited to some kind of physical, region or something like that. They can expand. They can manifest. Just like Krishna can expand, like that, same way. Like Krishna is always in Vrindavan, but how can Krishna is also there here? Radha Gopal, are they not Krishna? They're also Krishna. But Krishna level is Vrindavan. So that means the place where Krishna is there in the altar is Vrindavan. That his temple is actually Vrindavan. So we are all Vrindavan Vasis in that sense. So actually, we have to understand this. This mood is so important for us. Learn that mood. I think yesterday I was telling, turn the Prabhu, sometimes he just takes the dust of our temple and eats it. I've seen it. And nobody's seeing him, but he does it. Sometimes I've seen. Because he has faith in Prabhupada's words. All my temples are Vrindavan. So you should have that mood. So this it's not like, okay, chalo, 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 sab log pack kar lo bhai apna bag. Sab temple, sab band, or close all the temples and all the devotees from all over the world, leave all your places and just go to Vrindavan and just stay there. And after staying there, what they will do? WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. Say, now we have got Radharani, we got Krishna. That doesn't work like that. You understand? No? It is not going to be like that. No? The Prabhupada wanted us to serve.
Telling us of the significance of the holy place.
Yeah.
Just so that we can understand.
Correct. Yes.
That's why we go there.
Yeah. So how to get there is another thing. So going is not just by purchasing ticket and going. That you have to understand. Any questions or comments? Otherwise, I'll go to the next verse. So because see the initial verses we spend more time. They are very exalted verses, but we have to understand the right meaning. So this will not take.
Finish the book.
That's why we will not take so much time. We will go further. But any comments or any questions on this?
No, Prabhuji.
It's clear now, bro?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. Gopal Prabhu and Sumit Prabhu, have any questions? No? Look at the next verse. Huh? Okay. So now this next verse is, it is talking about, so among the devotees, now they're talking about among devotees, the different gradations. So
Which page?
this is page number 81 now. You can repeat after me the verse. Karmibhya parito hare priyataya vyaktim yayurjnaninas.
Dharmi bhaya parito hare priyata vyaktim yayurganinanas.
Debhyo jnana vimukta bhakti parama premay kanishthastataha.
Debhyo jnanana vimukta bhakti paramaha premaikanisthastata.
तेभ्यस्ता पशुपाल पंकज दशस्ताभ्योऽपि साराधिका
तेभ्यस्था पशुपालपङ्कजदृशताभ्योऽपि साराधिका.
प्रेष्ठा तद्वदीयं तदीय सरसी तां नाशयेत् का कृति.
प्रेष्ठा तद्वद् तदीयसर्षि तं न श्रयत् का कीर्तिः.
Yeah, continue the translation.
Okay. In the Shastri, it is said that all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of the many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Jnanis, one who is practically liberated by the virtue of his knowledge, may take the devotional.
So can you read again? Sorry, can you read again loudly?
In the Shastra, it is said that all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such.
So first level is fruity worker. What is fruity worker, Prabhu? Gopal Prabhu will tell. What is fruity? What does it mean by fruity worker?
So he's advanced in all knowledge.
What is fruity worker?
Like
He's doing it just for the fruit. So he's doing
What fruit? Apple, banana, mango, which fruit?
no.
material,
Hmm?
material world.
Some materialistic gains, some material profit. So people may follow some scriptures, but that they do only for the sake of getting some material gain. So basically the karma kandis. In Sanskrit it's called karma kandi. Basically they want to do some rituals, some kind of duties they'll do just for the sake of getting some kind of fruitive work. I mean some kind of result, some kind of material gains basically. So the fruity workers. Okay. Then next is he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Read further.
Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge, may take to devotional service.
Yeah, so now when he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life, then he is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. And out of many such people who are favored like that, having some knowledge, who are advanced in knowledge, Jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. So among those Jnanis also, one who is practically liberated, not all the Jnanis will be liberated. Somebody may be liberated, and among them, somebody may take to devotional service, by virtue of his knowledge. That's why we have this verse, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavanam Prapadyate Vasudeva Saramiti Samahatma Swarupa. That is also verse, Mashyanam Sahasreshtu Paschidit Bhutta Mukta. What is it? What is the full verse, Prabhu?
This is that ladder, right? Karma yoga, jnana yoga.
Karma Kanda. First is Karma Kanda. And then Karma Yoga. And before Karma Kanda is Vikarma also. What is Vikarma?
Bad deed.
Sinful life. Sinful life is called Vikarma. Just like Vikarma, then you start following some rituals, you become a little responsible. Following scripture, but you're wanting only material gains. So that is like Karma Kanda. Karma Yoga means now you're having some connection with the Supreme. You're doing it for some higher cause. So that but there is some understanding of Supreme may vary. I mentioned that. So may not have full understanding of Supreme, but there is some conception of Supreme, something. So then that's called yoga. And that also there is Sakam Karma Yogi, Nishkam Karma Yogi. We discussed that, no? Gita we discussed. So yeah. So it says Manushanam Sahasreshu Kashchid Ati Dhyaya Yatatam Api Siddhanam Kashchin Mam Vititata. Says of many thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So to come to Krishna is not easy. It's rare. So yes, go ahead further. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Gyanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. Then he is superior to
others. However, one who has actually attained Brahma, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him.
So now somebody has taken devotional service, but not all are Prema Bhakta.
I thought you couldn't be superior to Krishna.
Sorry?
I thought you couldn't be superior to Krishna.
No, superior to the Jnanis, not Krishna.
Yeah, superior to Jnanis, not Krishna, correct. So he is superior to others. However, one who has actually attained Prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him, not superior to Krishna, Prabhu.
No one is superior to Krishna.
I was about to say. I was like,
Yeah, get them right.
well,
So Krishna is a
Attain all of these.
huh?
No.
So he says that so those who have taken devotional service, no, they're superior to him is those who are having that knowledge. So they're advanced in knowledge. So and liberated. I'm sorry, not just advanced in knowledge and practically liberated. Correct. No, one currently may take to devotional and he's superior to the others. So those who have taken to devotional service, they are superior to Gyanis, basically. That's what point he's saying. Gyanis means those who have got advanced knowledge, but they might have not come to Krishna. But those who have come to Krishna, they are superior to him. That means those who are Gyanis. Okay. Then however, one who has actually attained Prema. Prema means pure love of Krishna, like the many devotees also. But those are Prema Bhakta, they are very rare. To actually have awakened their love for Krishna. So we may be devotees, but sometimes we are not having that mature love for Krishna. And that love awakened now fully. So that is Prema Bhakta. That's what we are following, this process of Sadhana Bhakti, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, then
Prema Bhakti.
Bhav Bhakti, then Prema Bhakti. So like that it comes, in the stage to come. And if you see the 9 stages, then Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, who will tell? Gopal who will tell the stage. Ado Shraddha, next you will say. I'll say Ado Shraddha, then you say the next. Sadhu Sangha next.
I just said Sadhu Sangha.
Next, you said next after.
You said you would say.
Yeah, no. You have to say. After Sadhu Sangha, next.
I didn't make
So you should have made notes. No?
No, before that we have Sakam Kripa.
Sakam. Sakam Kripa is technical, which Acharya explained, but what Madhu Kami says, Ado Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, after Sadhu Sangha. Come on.
Ruchi.
Right.
Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti.
Bhajana Kriya, because Sadhu Sangha you take, then you will start engaging in devotional service, right? So Bhajan Kriya, after Bhajan Kriya, what Prabhu?
Anartha Nivritti.
So Bhajan Kriya leads to Anartha Nivritti. The Anartha Nivritti, when it Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu, most of the anarthas when are eradicated, then what you get? Nishtha, study devotion. And after study devotion, then further you develop, then what happens?
Ruchi.
Ruchi. You develop deep interest. And after Ruchi,
Ashakti.
Asakti, attachment for the Lord. What is the difference between ruchi and asakti? Who will tell?
Ruchi is like interest, and asakti is like
Attachment to devotional services.
Oh wait, I made a note.
No, there is subtle difference. What is the difference in ruchi and asakti stage? I told that. So in the ruchi stage, one is having attachment to the process of devotional service more. Of course, Lord, but more is process. He like has no stage for chanting, doing services, a spontaneous attachment. But in case of asakti, the attachment to Krishna as a personality, form of Krishna becomes very, very great. It gets there more. And what is the difference between asakti stage and nishtha stage? Or even to some extent ruchi? But mainly like nishtha.
nishtha, like you will do it if your guru says it.
No. In nishtha stage, or like even to some extent ruchi also, what happens is you have to consciously bring the mind to the thoughts of Krishna. I mean, you have to still have some consciousness level. You can do that. And mind can go sometimes to some mundane topic. Mind can, but you can bring it back easily. Much, much easier than anybody who is in like anathanaviti stage only or bhajan kriya where the preliminary stages. So you can use it, but he has to be conscious. He has to bring, no, this is mundane topic. I should. You understand? You can bring it. But in case of asakti, what happens? Undeviatingly, your mind focuses on Krishna. There is no effort. Without effort, mind focuses on Krishna.
गोपाल भी हम रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा अभी लेकिन कंफर्म
कब का टेक्स्ट है आज का
अच्छा कृष्ण के शो
And then
ये कह रहा था देखो मेरे भेजा फिर बोलता नहीं है ऑनर्ड डेट अब सुने मैंने बोला मेरे को
Then Bhavan,
अगस्त
then
तक बता दो अर्ली अगस्त कंफर्म इतनी hours
you're reading something? Are you going to? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just.
Yeah.
So I was actually lost. So I didn't know where exactly we were reading. So I was just reading by myself. So where exactly are we?
So yeah, so we are reading here. The gopis are exalted.
The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees.
Yeah. So the gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Shri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna.
So one minute. So now among the people who have prema bhakti, pure devotees, who is the highest? Gopis. And among the gopis, those are the topmost prema bhaktas. Among the gopis, who is the highest? Most dear to Krishna? Srimati Radharani. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead. Harkunda.
Yeah, Harkunda is profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as his most beloved of the gopis.
Yeah, so this is not different from Radharani. So just like Radharani is very dear to Krishna, so Kunda also. Kunda also is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis, that is Srimati Radharani. Who then? Go ahead.
Who then will not reside at Radhakunda and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings, aprakrita bhava, rendering loving service to the divine couple Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Leela, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakunda are the most fortunate people in the universe.
Yeah. So we can be in all these places mentally. And we can serve our spiritual master. We'll get full benefit of it. And what is Ashtakaliya Leela? So there is at different time of the day, Krishna has a different pastime. So those are very pure devotees. They actually don't live in this world. They actually, are with pastime of the Lord in different different time. They actually take part also in the fast. So they become very, very pure devotees.
what are they called?
Ashtakaliya Leela. So it's a very high-fi topic again. This is not, this is for who? This is for Bhav and Prema Bhakta. So they may be able to do that. So we don't have to imitate that. But we can know. So indeed, those who execute devotional service in the banks of the Radhakunda are the most fortunate people in the universe. Yeah, so we can, this is a little longer purport, not so long also.
What do you mean not so long? It's like 6 pages.
Where is 16?
Three double-sided row. That's 6 pages, so that's,
1, 2,
what do you mean 1 minute? It's really long.
3, 4, 5, 6. It's small. You can complete
It's
it.
small, today we can complete in the next.
Purport.
20
So at the
minutes.
present moment, almost everyone is engaged in some kind of fruitive activity. Those who are desirous of gaining material profit by working are called karmis or fruitive workers. So Prabhupada gives example of karmi. He says that karmi means they will work hard, and what happens? They will get big umpire, they will get big sethi, and then they will die. And after death, he will become the mouse in the same house. For karmi. Prabhupada explains like this. So this is karmi. Karmi means he has put so much effort, and his whole effort becomes completely backward, useless. Because again, not only, he can't even enjoy that. He simply, just becomes a rat in the same place. So it's Prabhupada explains like this. So karmi is like foolish. That's why Prabhupada compared karmi with ass. Asses.
Donkey.
Nonsense. Because they also work so hard, but for nothing. Like that. So this is fruitive activity. So fruitive activity is actually useless activity because you don't get anything. Because you attain material assets, it is gone today, it's there today, gone tomorrow. It's never, it just only gives you some kind of feeling of, oh, I've got it. But when it is there also, you can't enjoy it much. What can you enjoy? The people, when they have also money, they have women, they have facilities for enjoyment, still they're not. That time also they're not, they're only anticipating it. But there's nothing tangible. They don't get anything. And when they lose it, then so much they lament. So either the comfort will leave them or they will leave the comfort. They will separate it like that. So it's never going to be with them. So those are desirous of gaining material profits by working are called karmis or fruitive workers. All living entities within this material world have come under the spell of Maya. They are described in Vishnu Purana 6.7.61. Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta. Can you repeat after me?
Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta.
Kshetragnakhya tatha para.
Kshetrajna tatha para.
Avidya karma samnyanya.
Avidya karma samnyanya.
Tritiya shaktirishyate.
Kriya Shakti.
Yeah. Sages have divided the energies of the Supreme Personality God into 3 categories. Namely, the spiritual energy, marginal energy, and material energy. Now I am going to ask you a question. How many energies Supreme Lord has?
3.
No. Supreme Lord has unlimited energies. Not 3 energies. But his all unlimited energies are divided into 3 categories. What are the 3 categories?
Spiritual, marginal, and
yeah. So that is the material energy is considered to be 3rd class. That is matter, Tritiya Shakti. Okay. Then there is the spiritual energy, which is the 1st class. Like there is internal energy of the spiritual energy. And the middle is, what is the middle? Marginal. Marginal means in Hindi?
Portion.
Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha Shakti means we. We are like in between. We are marginal. So spiritual potency means spiritual world. Everything is manifested in spiritual, is the spiritual potency of the Lord. And material, all material world is nothing but soul energy, material energy of the Lord. So, and we are Jiva, the living beings, we are Tatastha. Why we are called Tatastha marginal? We can either be under the control of material energy or we can be under the control of spiritual energy. So we have a choice. If we are putting ourselves under the custody of material energy, then we are become mudha. We are actually just wasting our life and we are suffering. But when we put ourselves under the custody of spiritual energy, then we are Mahatma. So this is called Mahatma, that is called Duratma. So those who take shelter of the material energy, they are called Duratma. What they are called? Duratma. Duratma means jo atma dur ho gaya bhagwan se. The one who has gone far away, he has left Lord. He has become Duratma. Then he gets into so many varieties of nonsensical activities, right? And then those who take shelter of the Supreme Lord, they are called Mahatma. But Supreme Lord, internal potency, spiritual energy. That's why this verse is called Mahatmanas to Mahapartha Daivim Prakriti. When it's called Daivim Prakriti. Daivim Prakriti means actually spiritual energy of the Lord. The one who takes shelter of the spiritual energy of the Lord, they are called Mahatma. Mahatmanas to Mahapartha Daivim Prakriti Mashata. Jayanti Ananya Manso. And they will do Ananya Bhajan. They will, with all their heart, they will do Bhajan. So those who have taken shelter of the internal energy, the superior energy, it's called internal also sometimes, superior energy also. So they are called Mahatma. So those living beings within the jurisdiction of the material energy sometimes engage themselves like dogs and hogs in working very hard simply for some gratification. Which kind of divinity?
Duratma.
However, in this life or after executing past activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attached to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. So material energy is considered to be the third class energy. Those living beings within the jurisdiction of the material energy. That means third class energy. Those are Duratma. What they will do? They will engage themselves like dogs and hogs in working very hard simply for sense gratification. However, in this life or after executing past activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attracted to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. So I was saying, that they're vikarmis basically. They're living simply like cats and dogs. Correct, no? So that's possible. And however, in this life or after executing in this life or after executing past activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attached to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. Thus, on the strength of their pious merit, they're elevated to heavenly planets. So basically, this karma. So it's like sometimes karmis are called vikarmi also. Like in a broad sense, now they're under the jurisdiction of material energy. So they can be vikarmi and karmi. Vikarmi are like they don't follow Vedas at all, and karmi are like they're following the Vedas, but only for the sake of sangyati, some material energy. So what is the difference between vikarmi and karmi?
Vikarmi, they just do karmic reaction.
No.
They do like material things, but
No.
Vikarmi does bad deeds and
Sinful activity.
sinful
Sinful
activities.
activities.
And,
material activities instead.
No.
and karmi,
Sometimes you can have karmakanda rituals is material, completely purely material, but it is not sinful. In broad sense, any material act is sinful. In broad sense, Prabhupada says anything material is sin because it's not pleasing the Lord. In broad sense, but actual sense it can be pious activity also, but it is material. It can be material piety. So vikarmi means they break the injunction of the scriptures, like eating meat, in illicit sexual activities, gambling, intoxication. It's all sinful activity. That way. So they are called vikarmi, karmi, the two categories. So how in this life or after executing past activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attracted to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. They're called karmakandis or karmis. Thus, on the strength of their pious merit, they are elevated to heavenly planets. Actually, those who perform sacrifices strictly according to Vedic intentions are elevated to the moon and planets above the moon. As mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Shine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti, 9.21. It says, after exhausting the results of their so-called past activities, they return to the earth, which is called Martyaloka, the place of death. Although such persons may be elevated to the heavenly planets by their past activities, and although they may enjoy life there for many thousands of years, they nonetheless must return to this planet when the results of their past activities are exhausted. So that's the futility of even having karmi life, karma kandi life. Because what happens is you go there and again you come back. So why you go? When you have to go and come back in the same situation. It's just it's like you have seen that merry-go-wheel, round. What happens? You go up, but then you go up to come down. So why do that? I mean, you're just going, and then you may go to hellish planet. Again, you come back here to earthly planet. So this all keeps going. That's why it says, "Ah Brahma Bhuvna Loka Punaravartanarjuna." Mahu Petya Punarjanma Dikhalyam. Mahu Petya Punarjanma Dikhalyam Ashasham. Correct. So it says, wherever you go, whether you Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, Siddha Loka, Martya Loka, Patal Loka, Narak Loka, everywhere is a place of misery. You have to again just keep going up and down. So the point is, this karmis, they don't understand the futility of any material achievement. Whether you go to heaven also, it's not something great. Because first of all, even heaven also, you won't be satisfied. You have luxury and comfort, but still you will have sometimes fear of demons attacking. There are also some rivalries there, some competition is there. That will be there. Like sometimes people think if I go to MIT, IIT, life will be cool. Like big institutions. But there you'll find you have own rivalries there. All are toppers, and among toppers also you feel envy, you feel competition. It happens. So anywhere you go, you will never be satisfied. That day one boy was from Harvard. I asked him, so are you from Harvard? He said, yeah, I'm from Harvard. Okay, fine. Then I asked, so that means Harvard must not be having any miseries, right? I told. And he was thinking. Then I told that, so do you not get, do you get sometimes some professor, whom you feel, he's just nagging you, or, you feel so troubled? He said, yes, I have that. And I said, do you find some subjects are so boring, we still have to study? And it's like, so bad. I mean, you just feel so irritated. He said, yes. Then I told, do you find sometimes you fall sick also in Harvard and you have troubles like that? So yes. Do you find some kind of, there are some, some leg pulling, some politics, some kind of troubles with your colleagues and things like that, some competition, whatever here and there? You see, so all this is there, tension, depression, everything is there. You find such a high class institution also people have, they don't challenge this. So you go wherever. Radha Gopinath Prabhu says, one thing I have understood. Wherever in the world I have traveled, one thing I understood. Everybody has same material mind, same kind of material problems. Because problem is because of their material mind. Mind is not spiritualized. When mind is material, that's why this karma, jnana, bhakta, it's all based on the contamination of your mind. So if your mind is purified, like Radhesham was saying, the mind is completely spiritualized, then you're a devotee. Correct? When the mind is thinking in a way that, no, I have to get material profit, then I'll enjoy. That is me a karmi. And how the mind is basically, it reflects your consciousness. So mind basically, based on the dirt of the mind, your consciousness is covered. And that's how your thoughts are accordingly. So the point what he's saying is, again, you have to come back. So this is the position of all karmis, including those who act piously and those who act impiously. On this planet, we find many businessmen, politicians, and others who are simply interested in material happiness. They attempt to earn money by all means, not considering whether such means are pious or impious. Such people are called karmis or gross materialists. Among the karmis are some vikarmis, I told already, right? People who act without guidance of Vedic knowledge. Those who act on the basis of Vedic knowledge perform sacrifices for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu and to receive benedictions from him. In this way, they are elevated to higher planetary system. So they may also do yajna and all as per the scriptures, but their goal is heaven. The goal is material gratification. So in this way, they are related to higher planetary system. Such karmis are superior to vikarmis, and they are faithful to the directions of the Vedas and are certainly dear to Krishna. So they are comparatively dear to him. At least they are following the path of Vedas, but not in ultimate sense because they are simply attached to some kind of material gratification. But they are at least following the path of Vedas. At least they are submitting to some authority of the Lord through Vedas. But that's not higher because they are doing it for material. Correct. So in such a, so what is the difference between vikarmi and karmi?
Vikarmi, the simple activities vikarmi, they do material activities, but they're pious material.
So what kind of pious activity? For what purpose?
For material and fun.
Yeah, like
work.
Heaven. They want to go to heaven. They do yajna. And they may want to satisfy, demigods or Vishnu, but to get some kind of boon of going to heaven. So such karmis are superior to the vikarmis, for they are faithful to the direction of the Vedas and are certainly dear to Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yet hamam prapadyante tam sate bhajami. In whatever way one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. So Krishna is so kind that he fulfills the desires of the karmis and jnanis, not to speak of the bhaktas. Although the karmis are sometimes elevated to the higher planetary systems as long as they remain attached to fruitive activities, they must accept new material bodies after death. So they are not free from getting the body. And as soon as you have material body, you have material needs. You cannot avoid it. Just like I'll ask you a question. Suppose you are given an option to go to A class jail or B class jail or C class jail. Which jail you want? A class. You?
Hey.
You?
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go jail only. Why you want to be in jail?
Oh, jail. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear? He wants to go A class jail. A class jail means karmi, going to heaven.
You only get 3 options.
No, but you should be intelligent. You should say, I don't want. Then you'll get the proper
choice. But I'm like, wait, A jail, B jail, C jail. What am I supposed to do? Skip the question?
No, you should say, I don't want to. Simply, you should write there. I don't want to go to any jail.
If it's online, then what do I do? Do I
Be honest. You don't want to. Yeah. So the point is that we don't want to go to any jail. Because ultimately you're in jail. When you're in jail, you'll be suffering. So heaven is like A class jail. Hellish planets are like C class jail. Marthello ka, earthly planets are like B class jail. So which jail you want to?
I want to go past A class jail, so no jail.
No jail. You want to come out of the jail. You want to go back to God, the kingdom of God, the spiritual. That's there we should aspire to. Correct me. So that's what he says, that the Krishna is so kind that he fulfills the desires of the karmis and jnanis, not to be. But although the karmis are sometimes related to happiness system, as long as they remain attached to fruitive activities, they must accept new material body after death. If one acts piously, he can attain a new body among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, or he may attain some other position in which he can enjoy a higher standard of material happiness. On the other hand, those who are engaged in impious activities are degraded and take birth as animals, trees, and plants. One boy, he came, he was undergrad student. So his father was a big man in India. He has many institutions under him. A big man. And he was telling that when he goes to company, his father's company, many employees come and give him bouquet just to greet him. And he was boy, not undergrad boy. But so much, like he's a big man, son, like that. But you know what he was telling? He was telling one point of time he was thinking of he was so depression and some kind of suicidal thoughts. When he was like sixth, seventh standard or something like that. When he told he had so much of troubles in his life, mental problems and troubles like that. All this. So I was thinking it was like flashing in me. I was thinking, my God, this fellow is born with silver spoon, like so much of money surrounded everything. But this fellow was getting depression, suicidal problems, so many things. Sort of suicidal thought, this kind of.
Many can buy happiness.
Yeah, so you can see that. So think about it. Just because going to heaven, you will not be happy. Because you have same material mind. How can you be happy? Like just you are transported from here to some 5-star hotel. If you are happy, no, it doesn't work like that. Because you are carrying the same material mind. So you have to work not on external situation. You have to work on your internals. If you're this kind of that the problem is not somewhere outside. Problem is all the troubles of our life is because of our mind. This conclusion of Avanti Brahman. He says, Mana ekalam karanam. Mana
it's kind of like I'll find an example. Like for example, let's say your room is very dirty. So instead you go to stay at a hotel. That's not a good option. Instead, you should make your room as clean as a hotel room instead.
Okay, ChatGPT को पूछो तो बता देगा वो बस संस्कृत.
Yeah, Prabhu, also we are not finishing the book for today. We are supposed to take 3.5 minutes per page. We've taken 20 minutes per page. We're not finishing.
We are finishing.
No, we're not.
We are going beyond.
We are doing sharp 6:30.
Hare Krishna. So can you tell me the verse where Avanti Brahmana talks about that mind is the only cause of problems, not the planets, not the karma, nothing else. Just pull out that verse. Now, she says, can you repeat after me? Nayam jano me sukha dukkha hetur.
Nayam jano me sukha dukkha hetur.
Na devatana grah karma kala.
Na devatana.
This 11, 23, 42. We can share it. 11? What is that? 11?
23, 42.
23, 40.
23, 42.
So we are ending chapter 6.
But we had previous quota of coming late, so I have to compensate today.
You can compensate on the weekends, not weekdays. Weekdays are not weekends.
Can read the translation, Ajitanko. Can you read the translation, Ajitanko? Are you there? Haribol.
I'll read.
Okay, read.
You can.
Brahma said, these people are not the cause of my happiness and distress. Neither are the demigods, my own body, the planets, my password, or time. Rather, it is the mind alone that causes happiness and distress and perpetuates the rotation of material life.
See? The mind alone. The mind alone. So what it says? Mana param karanam amananti. Mind alone. It's called this. Correct, no? This is the relation of Avadut Brahman. Avanti Brahman. So we are getting different kinds of situations of life because of our mind. And we cannot become happy until we work on our mind. So Krishna consciousness movement is all about training the mind. So from having material consciousness becomes spiritual consciousness. We want to spiritualize our mind. This is what we are trying to do. So purify the consciousness, purify the mind, purify the heart. That's the whole process. So he says that, on the other hand, those who are engaged in impulse activities are degraded. So he says he may attain some other position in which he can enjoy a higher standard of material happiness. So the people who are doing pious activities, correct? No? So he can enjoy, so he does that. He may attain some position like that. On the other hand, those who are engaged in impulse activities are degraded and take birth as animals, trees or plants. Thus, those fruitive actors who do not care for the Vedic directions, the karmis, are not appreciated by learned saintly persons. Those are fruitive actors who do not care for the Vedic directions, the karmis, are not appreciated by learned saintly persons, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, because they have to get very degraded life, animals, plants, trees, like that. So the verse says, Nunam pramatta kurate vikarma yat indriya pritaya apnoti nasadu manye yat atmanoyam asannapi kleshada ashadeha. Materialists who work hard like cats, dogs and hawks simply for sense gratification are actually mad. They simply perform all kinds of abominable activities simply for sense gratification. Materialistic activities are not at all worthy of an intelligent man. But as a result of such activities, one gets a material body which is full of misery. So no matter how much you do materialistic activities, you will get only misery. That is only guaranteed. No, material world mein ek hi cheez guaranteed kiya. The only thing guaranteed in material world is what? Is going to be misery. Misery is guaranteed. No matter what you do, you will surely get misery. Any material activity. Because the world is called Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. It's a abode of misery. So abode of misery, you can expect only misery. Just by becoming rich, you won't.
So in the beginning, you talked about how how it doesn't how it's not encompassed by geographical boundaries, and it's by time and space, right? Of course, I know that that's true, but I'm just saying, let's say some American person came up to you and so then does that mean that building over there, isn't that also part of Vrindavan? Then if you're saying that if there's no boundary or whatever, what would you say?
Yeah, if you go and do kirtan there, and you're worshipping the Lord, that place will turn to Vrindavan.
But you're saying that there's no boundary no matter what. So they would
no boundary doesn't mean it's not limited. It's not, you cannot say that Vrindavan is going to be there and nowhere else. It's not like that. That's how it is. Like, can you put boundary on Krishna?
No.
Krishna can manifest.
Yeah.
But is Krishna manifesting everywhere?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Everywhere.
He's not manifesting everywhere. He says, no. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murti. Matasthani sarvbhutani naham chesho vasita. I am in everything, but not everything is in me. So why is he saying like that? I am aloof from thing also. So Krishna, he is present, at the same time he can be aloof. Yes, Krishna is there in that building also, where people are simply indulging some gratification. But still he is not. He is there and not there both.
That's kind of confusing.
Not confusing. Through his energy he is there.
Yeah.
Within that time, the super soul is there, but he is not actively, manifesting his spiritual potency.
Yeah.
His mercy. Not actively, the spiritual potency is not manifested that way. Just like Lord is there everywhere, but can you access the Lord everywhere? When you come to temple, when you come in front of deity, then you can access it. So Gauranga Guru's example, like water is everywhere. Can you drink water? You cannot drink. You have to go to tap, then you can drink it. The same way, Lord is everywhere, but you can access Lord not everywhere. So Lord manifests, Lord becomes accessible to you when you are engaging in His glories. Lord immediately manifests Himself. So Lord is there in the heart of everyone. Dog, cat, everybody, but they're not feeling that. They're not having experience of that. Why? Because they're not engaging in that service. So Lord is not manifesting. Though He's there, but He's not manifesting His spiritual potential. That's why that verse is there. Naham tishtami vaikuntha yoginam hridayeshu va yatra gayanti madbhakta tatta tishtami nirada. I am not situated in the heart of yogis. I am not situated in my dham. He is. But Krishna is saying, I am not just there. Yatra gayanti madbhakta. Wherever my devotees are singing, chanting and glorifying me, tatta tishtami nirada. There I reside. I manifest myself there. So wherever my devotees are glorifying me, engaging my devotional service, there I manifest myself. So you want me to pause? So he's trying to pause.
I can continue.
So, you know, how many people do you have in BU come to you?
Why are you asking this?
How many? Tell me.
1 million.
Do you want 1 billion? Then you should end sharp on time.
No, I'm not going today to be.
Huh?
Today.
No, but I'm saying that if you want 1 billion, you should end sharp on time. And instead of the 4 of us, we'll have 400.
Okay, I think we'll
400.
pause here. Let us stick to that.
Or you can talk.
Let's no problem. Can you hear the reflection though?
Yeah,
So we can turn some reflection.
I already told mine. That's my thing.
Yes, reflection.
Reflection. So we went through a lot of concepts, but I'd say like one concept I'll say we went through about Vikarmi and Karmi. So Vikarmi is like the one who does sinful activities and doesn't follow Vedas. But Karmi is like he can do sinful activities, but he follows Vedas.
No, he does matter. He mainly does material activities. Like,
Yeah.
He may avoid simple activities.
Yeah, but he can do like
He may.
Yeah.
He may do. But mostly, so degree he do sinful activities, he becomes with that degree. But he follows the Vedas, maybe strictly sometimes, maybe pious, but it may be still material because he's just doing it for the sake of material benefit. So that's not real spiritual life. It's Karmi life.
Then after Karmi, then comes Jnani. After Jnani.
So Karmi, when he gets frustrated, he thinks, I'm not becoming happy. And then he gets knowledge. This material life is simply futile. You get into some gratification, you never become happy. Then he becomes Jnani. Then he wants to detach from material life. Then he becomes Jnani. But just becoming detached from material life, you don't get perfection. It's just the beginning.
Then he studies scripture.
He may study scripture. Then he may want to speculate. What is the goal of life? Then he may think maybe merging in God. So many things he gets ideas. But when he gets a bona fide spiritual master, and then he gets the proper transcendental knowledge, then he may surrender to Krishna. That's why the Jnani can become a devotee. Om Nam Janma Namate, Jnanavan Nam. Then he will surrender. Vasudeva Samavati, he may come to me. So that's why Jnani is lower than Bhakta. When it's come to Krishna, it's highest.
And after Bhakta, it's Gopi.
Yeah, so Bhakta also, Prema Bhakta. Among the Prema Bhakta also, the Gopis. And among the Gopis also, Srimati Radharani. The Srimati Radharani is not different from Radharani. No, we'll hear for his reflection. Yeah. Your reflection.
Oh, my reflection. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm like just kind of, I guess, realizing like the importance of embodying your practice and I guess staying consistent and realizing how far you can go if you just continuously have honest devotion and take it seriously and like just have faith in your teachers and your important also that you can't like achieve it just by riding on someone else's knowledge and someone else's experience. You have to do it yourself. You have to work on yourself. And even though your mind is in like the heavens, it doesn't matter because it's still the same mind. It's not going to change unless you change it.
We have to train our mind to become Krishna conscious. Ajit, go on to reflection. Yes, bro, your reflection?
Yeah, I'm sure. So like one of the most like reflectable points for me was that how in the beginning like last you mentioned that the spirit of Vrindavan is full of sacrifice. When that mood is there, we aren't separated from the dham. Like how Bhakti Maharaj's example you gave, where he wanted to leave his body in Gitanagiri, just to prove the statement of his Guru Maharaj, where Srila Prabhupada always mentioned it. Anywhere, whatever temple he has opened is not different than Vrindavan. And then similarly, how Bhakti Maharaj also, in the apex of peak of COVID, he traveled from India to DeLand, Florida, just to take care of the project over there. So that's one of the important points. Another point which I loved was that how Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he says Vani Seva is equivalent to seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which like as disciples of Radhanath Swami Maharaj we can resonate to a lot, because that's one of the very most important instructions. Maharaj says that that I give all my instructions in my classes. in his whatever classes he gives. And then when someone approached Maharaj, what is the personal instruction I want? So then Maharaj, like Maharaj is not usually vocal about how much efforts he puts to prepare for his classes, but then that time he had to tell him explicitly that you don't realize how much efforts I put in one Bhagavatam class of mine, how much research I do, and how I present it to you. You have no idea of how much preparation I have to do to to represent the entire do the entire presentation of the Bhagavatam class or as or any kind of class. So that's what struck chords with me, because that is something our spiritual master tells us to keep doing it time and again. Like he concentrates more on Vani Seva than Vapu Seva, basically.
Correct. And what is the question you said? Last point I understood, but what is the point you said? Question? Somebody asked question to Maharaj. I mean, when you told
somebody,
when you told
so somebody asked question. Somebody was just very eager and got very excited seeing Maharaj, something which I would do. And they asked Maharaj, like, do you have any personal instruction for me? So that time Maharaj told that all the instructions which I have to give is all in my
that is
classes.
that I understood. But this point, like how Maharaj prepares so much for his classes, so much hard work he does. So this is in regard to what question? He answered this.
So then, like, when again that devotee pushed that, no, that is fine, but then can you please give me an instruction, some kind of instruction?
Then Maharaj told
Like
he's
like, so like that, but devotee was like, like he wanted to have that feeling in the mind that my Guru Maharaj gave me a personal instruction.
I got it.
Yeah.
Correct. Then Maharaj had to tell that. I mean,
Maharaj had to tell this.
but Maharaj said because he's personal.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Shila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Jai.